Welcome back to Petervill. So I just loaded up the trailer with some pigs. And... ooh, I need to remember where the livestock market is. It's this way, isn't it? A few different options. Yeah, actually, that's probably the wrong way to go. Actually, while I think about it, pardon me. Just checking. Yeah, okay, good. I'll just about squeeze around. So as you can see, it's slightly wet day in Scotland. So a little bit limited to some of the things we can do, but I've got some ideas. And one of them is to sell off some pigs. We have got... how many you get in here? I think it's 10 in the trailer. Oh, having a little bit of light on. It's a bit dim, dull. Not dumb. Or even dill. One way to the other. And while we're there, we'll buy some sheep as well. So with the money we get from pigs, we'll buy how many sheep we can buy. So we're pretty evens money wise. And I do want to expand the sheep. Also need to keep an eye on the wool price, which is increasing. So we need to sell it. So and we've got a few other jobs to do as well. I'm still going the right way. Oh no, I'm way over here. Yes. Of course I should know where I'm going. That's where I buy my slurry from. Get the slurry from the animal dealer. I haven't actually been up there yet on screen to do that, but that's where we go. They sell their slurry out to the farmers. I'm going to go, hopefully. Oh no, suddenly a car appears. Awesome. Quite a long way this road, but at least it's straight. Ish. No rain in the cab and working windscreen wipers is a wondrous thing. Right, okay. Hold on a second, because we are slowing down and swinging around. I'm assuming... yeah, sadly there wasn't a space to put them in your buy point as well, but never mind. Confirm. Nice. Okay. Remind me, what sheep have we got? We have white, brown, black and white, and black. Oh god. That's a bit daft, isn't it? Let's get black and white and let's get black and white and white. I might sell the brown ones actually at some point. Okay. $1,500 a piece. So for the same money I can get 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Excellent. Try and keep in cab, it's a bit wet out there. Let's have a look. Clear left, clear right, let's go. Doing a bit of maintenance as well on this tractor actually while I've got it at the yard. What I need to remember is where the trigger point is. I have a feeling it's in the field. Yes, in fact it's there, just outside the gate. Let's open the gate then. I'll make that, I might just put it around this way. Sorry, Leslie. Nope, got away with it. Good. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Confirm. Lovely. Ah, still on Euros. Fresh back from wherever Prismus Sovo is. That's better, sorry. Okay. Close the gate, don't want anyone escaping, do we? Now that presumably will mean the sheep need more food. Huh? Not too crazy, but that's fine, we can sort that out at some point. We've still got 60 pigs. I might sell another 12 at some point. Actually, that's a lot. Try and keep it between the sort of 40 and 50 mark. Right, Actually, in that case, I was going to say the tray needs putting away, but actually if I'm going to sell some more pigs, it doesn't. But I do need to put the tractor in this shed and do some maintenance on it. So let's leave it there. It's actually starting to get quite late, but what I am slightly concerned about is that from observation we have weeds in the field here. And I don't want to leave them overnight, so let's just look, see, check how they are. Yeah, in the whole field. Oh, and they're starting to come in on field 26. Awesome. Though to be fair, overnight I'll switch off growth anyway. Thought actually, why are we on? Oh no, we're on ×5, that's okay. Now, crops are in stage 1 growth. Technically means they should be alright with normal tyres, but I think I'd better put the narrows on. So we'll nip around to the workshop, do that. It's going to start getting dark soon, it's going to be a bit of a pain. As soon as it gets too dark, I'll stop. Or skip through the night. I'll switch weeds or I'll switch growth off so that we don't get more weeds and get a sudden herbicide issue that we have to deal with. Mind you, may need to spray anyway. Whichever field it is. The big field. 26, yeah. Because I think the crops will already be in too late a growth stage that I'll be able to use the weeder. I will try it, but I don't think we'll get away with it. Might as well repair it while we're here. Where the weight is, it might be on the massive Ferguson. Doesn't seem to be struggling too much, it's okay. Let's see. Yep. Definitely weeds. Shouldn't take all that long. Around the edge first. Right, nearly around the edge then. I'll just get a worker going on it. It's already 7:20. Might, therefore, it's gone dark, so the weeds won't grow anymore overnight. We could leave the tractor here, skip through the night. Probably shouldn't be driving through the crops so much when it's so wet anyway. And leave this ready for a worker to get going on it in the morning. Just drive off the field. Go down. Oh, go down. Just check that looks alright. Yeah, a couple of patches, but I knew that was going to happen. And yes, the entire of field 26 is now full of weeds. Awesome. I'm worried that there's too much growth in the field to be able to use the weeder. We'll just have to test it and see if it'll let me do it or not. I can run as fast as the car. I can run faster than the car. That's how slow the traffic is around here. It's a race. Yay! Winning. Also, shouldn't you have lights on? It's a bit dark. Oh, whatever. Right. Oh yeah, so you'll see I've done a bit of liming but I haven't finished it through. I'll explain that in the morning. Ah, now he's put his lights on. Now it's officially dark. Right. $10, yep, that sounds about right. Oh, but before we do that, because that could have been a disaster. Nothing grows overnight. Actually, no, that's not what I do. Sorry. Oh no, have I just messed up? Has that just lost me my weeds? Oh, that'd be annoying. That was completely unintentional. Plant growth off. So no plant growth overnight. Because it's dark. And I have to go far away from the house till I get the sleep trigger back up. It's a bit weird that. I don't really understand how that happens. I might have just switched off my weeds. That'd be really irritating. Oh well. We'll see. Sip of coffee. It is the morning. Need your morning coffee. It's very early in the morning. Did I just mess up my weeds? No. That's good. Put growth back. Where are we? Plant growth. Slow. Ooh, I haven't seen it yet. I wonder if Seasons is going to reintroduce the idea of working hours. Where you have to pay your workers more if it's outside reasonable hours. Don't know. But don't have to worry about that for now. Ah, of course I'd already left it lower, didn't I? No, he hasn't. He hasn't even started yet. There we go. So I'm guessing our animals are in a bit of a state overnight. Oh, goodness me, pigs. The pigs. Oh, I forgot to give them some water. Okay. And we've had another 4. So yeah, need to sell a couple of lots of pigs actually, I think would make sense. Ooh, we're at a point if we're going to get an animal a day. Oh, no, we're not. No, that's just the hours that we're on for those animals. starting to produce reasonable numbers of chickens. Cows all looking okay. Could sell some milk at some point actually. Yeah, he's leaving patches. I'm going to have to do some more. Well, fine. There's another run around the edge. Perhaps. Yep. Good. Now, to finish off the job that I'd started over here, so the reason that I part limed field, field number is 41, is because I needed the lime spreader to start filling it with manure. Well, actually technically it's a manure spreader, so I needed the manure spreader to start filling it with manure. And what I found out was, because it's a manure spreader primarily, but does do lime, you can't empty it. There's no unload button, so you can't, even though it's lime, obviously if it was manure, you can't put it in a pallet, right? So, oops. But because it's a manure spreader, it doesn't have that function. So even though it had lime in it, I couldn't put it, unload it into pallets. Which was a little bit annoying, but it was fine because I needed to lime another field. So we'll just finish taking out what's in here. So I've already done quite a bit. The spreader's nearly full. No idea how much of this it will take. It may not even take all of it actually. Do that very carefully. This is very heavy. But I thought it seemed a bit pointless going and buying slurry when I've got manure both here and at the pigs ready to use, and a manure spreader that's already mine that actually I've never used to spread manure. So logic seemed that I'd use this first. It may not be enough to do the whole field, and I could do with figuring out somewhere to put this actually. A little bit left. May as well get it in a bucket and I can close the gate. Oh, missed a bit. Mind you, that's probably what's appeared. There'll be more appear. Anyway, in actual fact, I may as well leave this in here, because by the time I've spread some, I feel more may have been created. That's just how cows are. Right, let's go say this does. Go see how this does. Even. be a bit tricky because I think I might have some machinery in the way. Or did I manage to move it all out? Maybe I did actually. I suppose I will have done because I've already lined it. How's our worker doing? Oh, not bad. Yeah, a couple of patches actually, that's not too bad at all. And that's not about yield that much anyway, so good. So once I put this first level of fertiliser on, I will of course need to clean it out, put some lime in it. Must get a jet wash, still need to get a jet wash. Yeah, I need to clean it out, put some lime in it, and then finish liming the field, which will be quite tricky because I'll have no guidance as to what I've already done, but it's fine. I may just have to overlime a little bit. In fact, to be honest, if I put it on a worker, I've done most of the edge, so put it on the worker, leave him to it, see what he limes. If he misses the edges, then that's not the end of the world. I may need to part manure, part slurry this because I don't think I've got enough manure to do the whole field, judging by the rate of drop. Partly cover the truck in manure, but it probably needs a clean anyway. Actually, that's not bad. Okay, that's empty. Yeah, that's not bad at all, actually. Okay, so let's leave this here a second because the work is finished, so I'll go do what I can to finish that off. Not easy, never easy. Trying to pick out the weeds between the plants, even more difficult in partial darkness, though. Oh, I still got that wrong, didn't I? Wow. Anyway, I'm quite surprised that he stopped here, given that right in front of him is a whole patch of weeds. But hey. Funny, I felt like I didn't have that many vehicles on here, but actually I do. So leave him to do that corner and then we'll have a look and see what's left. pAre has completed their task. What do you reckon? Less so. That's one patch here. Right, so that's what we've got down at the cows. Looks like there's a bit stuck in the bottom, but it's registering empty, so fine. Switch the lights off. Close the gate. So how much we got at the pigs? Another 15,000 litres, okay. Actually, our worker's not done too bad a job. Crop's looking good. I think that's about. Perhaps turning into a nice day. Oh yeah, look, sun's going to come out later fully. Right, I should have got rid of those little patches. I'm not going to worry about every tiny little bit, but there is a largish patch over on this side, just on the corner, that the worker missed. Probably therefore, I'm assuming, yeah, about here. I'd quite like to get rid of that, but otherwise I'm happy enough. It'll do. Done. That'll do. Right, now that field is completely done. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't need to come into it again, but I'd forgotten about weeds. So it's had 2 levels of fertilisation. It's now been weeded. You just need it to grow. So let's go see what we can do with field 26. I can't remember what first growth stage for corn looks like, and that might be it actually, so we might get away with this and use the weeder. If not, then I'll need to buy some herbicide. I've got a sprayer, so I just need to make sure it's empty. Use some herbicide and great demand at the sawmill. That's unfortunate. No wood chips and no time. Let's see what we can do here. Mind you, to be honest, I shouldn't really need to do the edge because it should already be... Oh no, there is some. Okay. Yes, it's working. He may get stuck on a tree up here actually. Yeah, he's already getting a little bit uncertain. Fine. So yep, I'll do the edge. Usual. Do need to buy a chainsaw actually. Just, you know, do a bit of trimming of some of these trees. It's funny because of course we'd already had some what was I going to say? We'd already had some weeds on this field, which I weeded out, but then we didn't get any more, which is very strange. But because you can't preemptively weed, because the weeder is wider than the weeds that we had, I'm actually redoing some bits that technically I'd already done. But it's just the nature of weeds, and there's no real easy way to tell from the edge anyway exactly where the weeds start. It'd be really risky to just do odd bits. In fact, there were a couple of weeds there, so I must have missed a bit previously anyway, or they just didn't grow there before. So it's a bit annoying because it means we're doing something again. But if I hadn't done those weeds then, they would have needed spraying as well. Or anyway, you know, they'd be too big by now. So better to be safe than sorry. Feels looking good though. It's going to be a lot of corn. Goodness me. But we need it. Pigs are rapidly running out of food. So the first few fields aren't going to earn us a lot. Hi YT Yuzio? Is that a Yuzio? Sorry if that's wrong. Hi. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Just doing a little weeding. Just enough to get a worker on it though. I'm not going to weed this whole field. On screen it's huge. Take ages. It'll be very dull. Right, now then, where do we go? Let's take a point and just go. That should be about fine. I mean, there'll be some overlapping that, but not too crazily. How much is the game? You know what, I actually don't know. I would imagine it's probably dropped in price. It's probably between, I don't know, £30–35 thereabouts. Might be able to get it on an offer by now. It might be a little bit less than that, but I don't know, it was full price when I bought it. Get it with or without a sort of season pass. I'm on PlayStation, obviously, so you can buy a season pass for it, for all the DLCs. There's a new one coming out on Tuesday. The thing about this game, if you get into it, you will absolutely get your money's worth, I guarantee. Between this game and 17, I've spent way more time on this than any other game I bought. Probably ever. It's a fun game. Speaking of which, let's not watch the worker. we'll leap across, cheat a little bit. Sorry. Where's the Massey? Come on. There it is. Don't need those on anymore. The sun's come up. So we're at the pig farm. Put as much manure in as we can. Fingers crossed it will be enough to finish field 42. 1. Still can't get these field numbers. Field 41. So yeah, if you don't know the game, I'm just taking this up to where my pigs are because they're producing manure, as they are very well fed pigs, eating me out of house and home, as the expression goes. And then I'm going to spread that manure on one of my fields, this one here, that's waiting to be ploughed. I'm going to manure it first, that one. So that's what we're up to. That field that we were just on, I've left a worker. You can hire people to do some of the work for you. So I've left a worker weeding that field, because if you leave the weeds to grow, it reduces your harvest, your yield. So he's doing that. There he is. And we are in Scotland, by the way. This is a modded map, so you get mods for the game. Lots of very nice people who spend their time creating new things to put in the game. And this is an entire map that's been created by a guy called Modding. And a very good job he did of it too. And that's why if you get into the whole process of what you're doing, there's tons of different things you can do, and there's always new maps, so it never really gets boring. There's always something new. So map modders themselves actually put new things into the game that you can do. It's quite amazing, actually. We have a feeling it might have been on offer on PlayStation Store recently. I didn't pay an awful lot of attention as I already own it, but it's got to be worth a punt. There's plenty of YouTubers out there. The disc, I don't actually know. I bought this as a download because I pre-ordered it, but you can either buy it with or without disc. And actually I quite like the fact that I don't have a disc, because this is the game I play most, so it means that no matter what disc is in, I can always just, you know, switch it on and play. It's quite handy. And by some game standards it's not huge either, download wise, so I can't remember how big it was, but probably about 20 or 30 gig. So here we are at the pig farm. Now I'm going to have to get a jet wash. Sure, that's great, thank you very much. Oh, need to clean up. The pigs have made a mess. In fact, I will do that before... Oh, that's interesting. I haven't done this yet. Where? I was going to say, where's the manure point? I guess that'd be it, because there's a pig standing on the top of it. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, right, so I need to bring... Is this door open? Yes, okay, let's leave it for now. Right, in that case, I can position quite nicely right here, and I'm glad I actually didn't bring the skid steer, because using this on the assumption... Oh, actually... Sorry, the telehandler rather. On the assumption that the skid steer has got a high enough reach, actually this could be a problem, but there is actually, of course, a potential solution for that. Where did I leave it? I left it in the other one, of course I did. Excellent. So yeah, I've got a couple of sheds up here. Here's our skid steer. This is a mod as well. Got a bunch called Blacksheep Modding who do an excellent job. always producing all sorts of stuff.
Bucket's not low enough. So yeah, so the animals make mess as they eat, and they don't like having messy feeding areas. So to make sure their productivity stays up, it's best to keep these clean. There are a few hacks actually you can do to stop them making mess, but this particular map I'm trying to play relatively realistically, so I'm not doing that here. But I thought best to clean that up first, because if I'm about to clear up all their poop with the same bucket, I won't be able to clean up afterwards. No, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Have I got enough reach to go over the side of that? Oh yeah, I do. Okay. It's going to be a touch tricky just to get through this gap. I should have manoeuvred this side of it first. Out the way, piggies. Sorry everybody. Drive straight through the pigs. Hee. Well, they make a very nice neat pile of poo anyway. I recommend it. I really do. It's quite unlike probably most other things you can play, from my limited knowledge. God, I'm glad I've got that weight on the back. Crikey. Yeah, I may regret doing this. How much did we say we've got? 15,000 litres. So that's about 7 loads. Sorry, this is going to be a little bit dull and quite time consuming. Maybe it would have been quicker to bring the telehandler up here. There we go. Not yet dead. All one word. Notyet dead. Same as my channel. Oops. So yeah, so if you're watching this on, and I don't know, if you're watching this on PS4, live, or whatever it's called, live from PlayStation, then I've also got a YouTube channel with the same name, so nothing complicated at all. So whereabouts are you? You the Far East somewhere? You in the UK? Ah, I just got your friend request. Wow, that's a complicated PS4 ID. Goodness. How's our worker doing? Oh, not bad. And a good job. Excellent. No, that's a bit of a problem. Right. Bring the bucket all the way down just to make it a bit smaller. There we go. I'm stuck. Why am I stuck? For what reason? Ah, easy way to fix that. There we go. Sorry, piggy. I've only just got the height. May get to the point where it won't let me fill it because How are we doing? 11,000. How much left? 12,000. Oh right, okay. Goodness. I'm producing it nearly as fast as I can scoop it out. I can't today, I'm afraid. Sorry. I've got some stuff I need to get done today, but we could do that another time. Absolutely. I'll accept your friend request, and I'll keep an eye out for when you're online. Maybe we'll do that then. That'd be cool. Though I have to say, it might be my internet. I've tried SharePlay before, and it's never worked. But I'll happily give it a go. No worries. Oopsie, what have we done? Can't see. Ooh, I've scratched our buckets game. That's going to need repairing. That's an interesting thing when Seasons comes out, is that will be separate from repair. Purely aesthetic. That's actually a really good detail that gets scratched underneath. Getting through the pile slowly. Busy now. We need to come and sell some more pigs. I actually think we're going to struggle to get much more in there just because of the height I can reach with this thing. It's very bad that I have to keep driving through the piggies, but there you go. We're not doing too bad. How much is left? 6,000 litres. Weird graphic glitch. What I might do, that's likely to be enough. Might be. I don't want to spend all my time on the stream just doing this, so let's see how that does. I need to stop in a few minutes. And let's go spread some. Enough room to turn around? Probably just about. There we go. The only thing about pig farm being where it is, it's a bit of a trek back and forth. that's okay. It would probably make sense for me to keep on top of the manure up there, maybe put it in a trailer, bring the trailer back down now and again and find somewhere to dump it in the main yard, corner of the cow field, something like that. Main road, put those on. Clear that way, clear enough that way. Like our worker's probably going to finish that very soon, which is really good before we hit the next growth stage. Quite handy. Right, fingers crossed. I'll move over a little bit, try and use this as efficiently as we can. And hopefully we'll just have enough. Like that. Nicely done. And we will have enough. That's absolutely perfect. A slight snag being that there's now manure left in here, and I can't use it for lime again until I've run out of manure. That's an interesting challenge. Mind you, actually, you know what, there's not much. We might just as well use it up. Looks like I might have missed a tiny little strip there. Oh, I've just run out. Ah, fine. All good. Perfect. Right, definitely a jet wash needed then, because I can't use that for lime now, which is the next job on this field, until I've jet washed it. That's pretty cool. Plough's there ready. I can move the slurry truck. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. I have sold... I'll block the road for a minute. One of these field tankers. I figured actually the fields aren't big enough that I needed two of those and a slurry spreader, so I put the slurry spreader on the trailed hook lift and sold one of these tankers. And equally I've sold one of the... Alright, I'm going. Equally I've sold one of the large grain hook lift grain tanks as well, grain trailers. just because again I felt it wasn't strictly necessary, and I need to get a big trailer anyway, so that's how I've done it now. So I just need to figure out where I'm going to put my jet wash actually, and it might as well be here. I would have said it's a nice big open space, or I could put it in the corner next to the workshop, I suppose, one or the other. Either way, I'll leave these here because that's definitely the next job up here, and I will need two. What sort of options have we got? Miscellaneous. It's got the standard in-game. I don't know what mods I've got. No, that's a fuel station. I think all the other sort of buildings rather than... Yeah, so there's the Mercury Farms washing station. They're all quite big. I don't particularly want another building in the yard. I suppose I could just about get it in that corner, but that's going to restrict. No, I think it may just have to be the in-game rather than anything else. Can't see. Yeah, again there's this one, but again it's a building and it's going to take an amount of space that I'm not sure I want to afford to it, to be honest. I suppose that's not bad. Advantage of this one is it's drive-through. Still, it's going to make access through that part of the yard quite tight. Yeah, it may just have to be two standard jet washers sitting in a corner somewhere. Because even up, I'll have a look at the pig farm, but even up at the pig farm we don't really have a lot of space. Anyway, well, we've hit the hour, just over, so let's just jump over to the New Holland. Has he actually done everything? No, so let's just finish that off. Tidy up the weeds, but he's done a pretty decent job. The bulk of it's done. Perfectly the right place. Just come up this side as well, because there's a tiny little patch here. But whenever they're easy and close together, I don't mind just trying to tidy them up. And then, yes, come all the way down the other end. There's a little patch in this corner too, which should be pretty obvious from the shape of the field. Right there. It's not easy to spot, but it looks okay. All weeded, all done. That needs fertilising at some point as well, so I need to get the sprayer out. Take the lime off there. That now should be 41, should be all fertilised. Yeah, looking good. So yeah, 41 needs lime in the middle and ploughing completely. 26 just needs an extra spray of fertiliser, so that's all fine. Which I can do pretty much any time actually. It's grown since it was seeded and fertilised, so actually it wasn't fertilised because it was slurried, so it's grown, it's been seeded and grown since it was last fertilised, so we're okay. I could spray that any time, and I've got the narrows on the New Holland. Now seems a pretty good time to do that actually. And I'm tempted to leave the weeder. I was going to say to leave it in here, but actually I'll take it back to the yard because it might need some repair work doing on it in the workshop. And I suppose he grew an short of storage space in the yard. So. A gaggle of tractors, whatever the collected noun for tractors is. But I'll get the jet wash, get all these cleaned off, spend a bit of time in the shed, putting them through maintenance. Yeah, so one of these I sold. I had two, but I've sold one. I just don't think I need two on this map. The fields aren't big enough to justify it. Well, not enough of the fields are big enough to justify it. But there we go. Guess I might need to clean up the chickens. Yeah, a little bit. They're not too bad. And certainly need to sell some eggs soon. Oh wow, these are nearly full. Definitely need to sell some eggs. And yeah, I'll need to clean up the sheep. And we'll definitely need to sell some wool. In fact, how is the price for wool? Still rising. Excellent. Not quite as high as it is at the spinnery at the factory yet, but it is going up, as is the egg price, which is really good. Also need to keep an eye on the milk price, because we've got plenty of milk to sell, which is good because we haven't really got crops in storage to sell at the moment, because I may need to feed them all to the pigs. So it's quite good that the other things are going up in price. But there we go. Yeah, because I've now nearly got 8 of these. So I need to get the trailer round. Yeah, I need to clean up the sheep and feed them. There we go. I keep finding things to talk about. I'm going to stop. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this. Likes and subscriptions very much appreciated, as I always say. Thank you, YT. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep calling you that. I'm sure that's not how you say it. But thank you, YT, for joining. Do keep an eye out for the game. I've got plenty of other videos. Feel free, and plenty of other people do as well. There's some really good people out there doing farming simulator videos and guide tos and, you know, help things and all sorts of stuff. So do take a look. And yeah, I'll see you all in Petervill very soon. Chances are next stream, unless I do some washu later, we'll see how much time I've got, will be Tuesday evening. I hope I'll finish work in time, because I want to stream using the new John Deere cotton DLC equipment. So yeah, keep an eye out for that, and hopefully see you then. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.